Big Liverpool fan is Peter Gade. When's Liverpool's next match? Portsmouth, isn't it? I think it's Portsmouth on Monday night. He'll be watching that.
Thank you.
Sell out for today's matches and, of course, for the finals tomorrow. He's pushed it long. Well, Gade was coming back after being down in yesterday's quarter-final against Taufik Hidiat. He'll have the belief he can do it again.
He showed great resilience last night in that match, and he's got to have taken a lot of confidence from that match.
You can't tell with his overhead which way it's going to go. Lee Chong Wei can hit down the line or cross court as he did in that situation. Look how he transfers the body weight as well. As soon as he's landed, he's already moving back towards the centre of the court, towards his base position. And he's now just 2 points away from this opening game.
Service over. 16-19. Game point 60.
The margins are just tiny. 4 game points now to the world number 1. And it's well saved when the net shot works. The previous rally, it was a fraction away from being a perfect net call, but ended up an error that time. It was perfection. Oh, yes. Anticipated so well, did Lee Chong Wei.
First game won by Lee Chong Wei, 21-17.
Smashes the shuttle across court, and the reaction from Peter Gade. Bit of disappointment, I'm sure he thought it was absolutely vital to win this opening game, but it hasn't happened because the world number 1, Lee Chong Wei, has taken it 21-17. Well, that's interesting. Malaysian hitting 8 of his 12 winning shots towards the Gade forehand side. And the Dane pressurising his opponent's backhand side. Is that something you would have suspected beforehand?
Really, I think both of them are using great variety with the attack, and they're both, when they're getting control of the net and winning the attack, they're both hitting the straight and the cross attacks to keep their opponent guessing as to where they're going. I think we might possibly see Peter go to the centre a little bit in this second game with the attack, just to keep Chong Wei, to stop Chong Wei anticipating, because Chong Wei's starting to, as you said earlier, Jill, he's starting to read that cross-court attack a little bit, so it might be good if Peter uses the centre a little bit just to break that up.
Both players taking on board the advice of coaches, I'm sure.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
Concerning, Ian, the fact that the Dane, Peter Gade, at the end of that opening game, he looked at his body language, he sort of bent over double, he was frustrated with himself. Does that concern you?
Peter's a player who always puts a lot of pressure on himself. He's a perfectionist, and last night we felt at the same stage when he dropped the first set to Taufik, maybe he was in trouble. It was going to be hard for him to come back, but he showed great resilience mentally last night, and I'm sure this match isn't over yet.
That's a wonderful angle. That's what you were talking about, Ian. He's got to take the calculated risk when you've got the lift, which he had there. Then he's going to go for his angles.
Against Chong Wei, you need great precision, and Peter's just demonstrated that there. But when you're playing that sort of game, of course you're going to make one or two mistakes, but you've got to be mentally strong and stick with your game plan.
Don't see too many errors like this from Lee Chong Wei. Do you think he changed his mind there? Possibly. Well, that was presumably what he was trying to do at the previous rally, launching himself towards the net, and because he's coming from above the shuttle, he's got so many options.
Yes, as the match has gone on, it's clear that Chong Wei's brought his base a long way up the court. He's playing a lot higher up the court to give Peter less time to get the net shot in.
Once again, the precision and the touch at the net is just phenomenal.
And it's combined with such great agility, the physical agility of both players. We see Peter there, down on his knees, his back, and only just missing with the tape there.
Peter?
Good flick serve. Oh, he's found the line.
4-2.
And the occasional change of serve there, Ian, as he started that rally with a flick, just keeps opponents on their toes.
Yeah, and it's just showing Peter, if he's going to use the flick, it just makes Peter hesitate a little bit, hang back a little bit, and not take it as early so he can't get that tight net shot in off the short serve.
Well, quite frankly, I think the domination from the front of the court from the Malaysian is the deciding factor.
Yes, and this is a different Chong Wei to the Chong Wei we watched in the quarter-final last night. His concentration level's very high. He's cut out the uncharacteristic easy